Alrighty guys, welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. For today's video, we will be reacting to your fan-made platinum equipment. Thank you to all of those who submitted a concept, and if you want a chance to be featured in the next fan-made video, make sure to keep a lookout over on Twitter where we typically post the concept forms. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments who you think deserves a platinum equipment the most. That being said, let's go ahead and hand it over to our first creator.
Hello everybody, Battlemore here, and today we're going to talk about the fan-made plat equip made by Vegeta. And what character he chooses? He chooses Goku Blue, one of the most oppressive units in the Legends at the 2nd anniversary. So let's see what he's interesting thinking of his equipment. The first slot is base health 20%, strike defense and blast defense 30%. Yeah, he needs that tankiness to survive, I can understand that. But there are two plat equips, huh? Since we already have a plat equip for his saga. So what is the second slot? Inflict damage 30%. Inflict damage? That is a lot. Vegeta Blue sure may not have done the most damage right now, but his ultimate still hits like a truck. And you want to add inflict damage too? My god, that ult is going to one-shot anyone. Strike attack 40% and blast attack 40%. Again, guess this is the base. And I can agree. I don't understand the blast, but because Vegeta Blue is more strike based, but I can understand if you just want the damage. Absolutely. What is the third slot? Quick Skirk, Quirk skill effect. Cancels enemy attribute upgrade. Cancel all boss buffs, even non-cancelable buff effect for 3 times. Is it? I am so confused. Is it a permanent skill like the Senkai Gogeta, Super Gogeta, the red one? Might be that, or the green card from Ultra Gogeta. It's a very interesting effect. I wonder how this would work normally. I mean, from what I want to see how this equipment would look like if this was getting a plat, this is the picture when he exactly showed up as a Super Saiyan Blue. Like this here looks amazing. That would have been great. So, why does this character need this equipment? Because he deserved it way more than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in terms of release? I mean, when Gogeta came out, like, he was not that impressive. That is the reason why he needed that equip. Like, when Vegeta Blue, however, came out, he was one of the best units in the game, and everyone used him, and everyone hated it, because he had endless combos, like, please stop, we don't want that. But I can understand you. What role do you see the character in their team, and how do they fit the current and potential future meta? You see now that you see that they have this equip. Okay, I see Vegeta being a more oppressive force in PvP for either your God Key, Fusion Warrior, and Future teams, like he used to be in 2nd anniversary. Dude, in 2nd anniversary he was the god. He was literally everywhere in all of those tags. Even without those tags, he was so strong. And plus, Vegeta was just more hyped than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, as Gogeta, as everyone knows, was underwhelming and didn't live up to his hype. I can understand that. I mean, Gogeta, though, was kinda high when Gogeta Blue came out. And goddamn, Super Saiyan 4 was also one of the hype units, because we never expected to get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, he had so much fun kits. But Vegeta Blue, I can understand. Like, I can understand he would be a oppressive force. Like, goddamn, I can understand that 100%. And yeah, thank you, Vegeta for making your submission here. And I will go to the next content creator. Okay, guys, bye.
You one of the fan-made platinum equips. First of all, appreciate all of your submissions. Thank you for all the work you put into these. And I am going to take the submission from, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce your name, HDRU, with a couple of X's in between, because the character that he has made his plat equip for is Ultra Instinct Goku, which I agree definitely needs one. I barely ever see him. Currently, I see him in a couple of mono purple teams, but I think that's more for shiggles rather than actual merit. So let's see what he gives him, because Ultra Instinct Goku, in my opinion, does need something. So here he gets base health 15% and health restoration 15% in the first slot. And I can agree that he definitely is very squishy boy, so he needs more HP to be tankier. health restoration by 15%. I think that only triggers on his main ability, which is still helpful, but not that helpful. I think the base HP makes more of a difference here. But of course, having 15% more HP also means he restores more HP with the health restoration. So I guess that kind of goes hand in hand and works together. The second slot gives him 36. That's an interesting value. Why not 35? But 36 base strike and blast defense, which again, Ultra Instinct Goku, not a tanky boy. He needs this. So I can completely agree with that. Again, they will probably make it 35, not 36. I wonder why you said 36. Maybe you'll explain that later, but kind of weird. All right, so let's have a look at the third slot. Damage inflicted, 8% per God Key or Saiyans or USS battle member during battle. So 8% for himself, plus 8% for any of those. So I think that should be fairly simple. Even in mono purple, you'll completely get that 24%, 3 times 8, math. Strike defense or blast defense, 8% per God Key or Saiyans or USS. So I think it's going to be one of the three. So it's either damage inflicted or strike or blast defense. So depending on how you want to build him, you can build him super tanky by adding strike or blast defense 8% here. Or you can make him do a little bit more damage with the 8% damage inflicted. And damage inflicted is great because it's everything. It's strike, blast, ultimate, just right out the gate. So I feel like that's this is what he needs. I could imagine he even needs a little more, to be honest. I wouldn't be opposed to 20% base HP and 10% damage inflicted, because he is lacking, as you're saying, he's lacking in both departments. He's only useful right now for his Z ability and the passive playstyle because of his unique gauge. I do agree with that. So I think you could have even gone a little bit further than that. But yeah. So what role do you see them in their teams and how they fit the current and potential future metas? Such a hype unit deserves to be meta for a while, and the passive playstyle is the best way to win PvP matches. Sad. But unfortunately, passive Andes are encouraged by the devs and the way the system is. Imagine playing UI, Namek Goku, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the green card, dude. Passive galore. God Key and USS need some help as well, that is true, and this equipment can make him good for maybe like LF Gogeta. Yeah, I think it's not quite as good as LF Gogeta, but it's definitely going to help him get, you know, more playtime. So thank you for that submission. I'm going to pass it on to the next guy. Oops, one more thing. The picture for his equip, I think it could be this one. I think that looks pretty iconic. Later.
Yo, 59 Gamers, what is going on? It is your boy ZVG here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at one of your guys' sponsors for the 59 Gaming Legends fan-made platinum equipment. So we have the submission 11 right here, and it is from Subarashi Rose, and this character that he made the platinum equipment for is Yellow 11 Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta. So it's kind of obvious as to why I chose this particular submission. It's because, you know, I like Gogeta. I've talked about Gogeta getting the platinum equipment for a very long time now. So I'm very curious to see what this guy does for the platinum equipment. And right off the bat, it's not looking too hot. He has key recovery on the first slot. That's I highly disagree with the key recovery part. I feel like he needs health here. I feel like key recovery is almost as useless as crit on the equipment, and I feel like this being here would just hinder him. Honestly, he needs to have health here. But I like everything else. Base track defense. Hold on, 50%? 50%? I just realized that. Okay, so it kind of makes sense as to why this guy didn't have health here, because 50%, wow, that's pretty high, bro. 50%. I don't think any equipment in the game has 50%, dude. I think he meant to put 35 here or something. There's no way he actually thought of putting 50 here. That's wild. This is actually insane. The second slot, base track attack 20-30%, base pass attack 20-30%, and ultimate damage 25-35%. So I wonder why he gave him 50% defenses. I wonder why. Is that to compensate the fact that he won't get any health? It has to be the reason why. But like, it's just crazy to look at. But I like the second slot a lot. Track attack, blast attack, and ultimate move damage. Pretty great. The third slot applies the following effect itself when this character enters the battlefield, increases card draw speed by 1 level for 3 to 5 timer counts per tag Fusion Warrior, tag sagas from the movies, or tag God Key battle member. Now this right here, I do really love this right here because it does give him card draw speed on entry, which I feel like is something that he really needs in the current meta, because if you guys don't know, Goku Blue does get stronger the more cards you use, but the issue is he takes a slow time to ramp up because sadly he doesn't have card draw speed, so he can't ramp up as quick as most units in the game. But I do like this right here, so it accounts for Fusion, Sagas, and God Key. So any of those 3 teams, you're gonna definitely get the card draw speed out of. Now it won't work on the leader slot if you do happen to put him in the leader slot, which kind of sucks, but you know his 3 main tags are all covered, so I'm alright with it. I like it. And it's gonna be 9 timer counts for the card draw speed at the very minimum, so it's great. I like it. While this character needs this equipment, Gogeta's defense is not very good, and the lack of card draw speed makes him unable to use the key gains without switching, and when he is by himself he could easily be overwhelmed by the lack of said card draw speed. His damage when built up is pretty good, but at the beginning it's pretty low, so I give a respectful buff to his attack stats and his ultimate damage because why not. So okay, he does give a reason as to why he buffs the defense by 50%, but I definitely feel like he should tone it back down to like 35% and then give him base health up here instead of key recovery, because as I said before, key recovery is just not a good stat to have on any equipment. But he is right about the fact that he can't really use the key that he gains, which I find is a weird mechanic for him to have in the first place. Like he gains all this key, but he can't really use all the key because he doesn't have the cards to use all the key, you know? In the same way how in reverse, the LF Bully has cards, but he doesn't have any key to use any of the cards. So it's kind of the reverse, right? But I do agree with all the statements right here. It is good when it's built up. Obviously at the beginning it's pretty low. So yeah, I like it. I like this explanation right here. Next question: what role do you see the character in their teams, and how do they fit the current and potential future meta you see now that they have this equipment? Gojo would be a lot more consistent on his end with his teammates on Gaki, Fusion, and Saga's teams. His damage will be good early and get stronger as he continues the match. And with his card draw speed, he can continue a combo without having to hold back for fear of having cards to use, which also builds his damage even faster. Vegeta would turn into a powerhouse with great staying power, and with his healing on entering the battlefield, he could be a great endurance unit even though he wouldn't have endurance. Okay, I like this role right here. And also too, I think he forgot to mention the fact that with his cover notification, it just goes incredibly well with his card draw speed as well, because you know, a lot of cover change units are in the game right now. Like every team has like 2 or 3 cover change units, so just having anti-cover change is phenomenal, right? And with card draw speed and with his prime equipment, he'll be able to do a wicked amount of damage and just comboing these guys and just getting stronger and stronger each time. So yeah, I do agree with all this. I do like the equipment. The 50% defense kind of caught me off guard there for a sec, but like I said, I would much rather just have health here and just cut down defenses. But everything else I do appreciate. I do like it. And Sabarashi Rose, I'll give you a 9 out of 10 for your submission. Only problem I have is dude, just having Kiko over here just But yeah, man, this is ZVG, and this is my take on Sabarashi Rose's Yellow LF Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta Platinum equipment, and I'll just hand it off to the next content creator in the video. Alright boys, ZVG out.
Yo, this is Jonaku, and I'm going to be reading a Legends fan-made Platinum equipment, and it's done by Esco Saitama, and the character the equipment is going to be for is Goku Blue, which is pretty cool because I main Fusion Warrior, and I would love to see a Platinum equipment on Goku Blue. That would make me so happy. But everything looks good so far, so I'll just read it out. Basically, the first slot is health restoration 7 to 15%, special move damage 10 to 20%, and ultimate damage 10 to 20% as well. So yeah, Gogeta Blue is great with health restoration, special move damage, and ultimate damage. So to get even more, you know, with these 3 things, that would be great. Second slot, so 5 to 10% pure strike and blast defense per battle member. This would be very nice because I know a lot of people complain about Gogeta Blue not having the best defense. So yeah, if you can get like up to 30%, because you know, basically per battle member. So if you get to 10%, it'll be 30%. That would be very nice, and just with the health restoration, that'd be great as well. So in the third slot, we have some damage inflicted. So one of the following slots will be selected randomly. So it can be plus 5 to 15% to damage inflicted. And then you can also get this second one if, you know, like let's say you don't get this one, you can get this one, or you can get this one. So it'll just be selected randomly. So plus 5 to 25% to damage inflicted. And oh boy, I love this already. +5 to 25% of damage inflicted and increases art card draw speed by 1 level when entering the battlefield, cannot be stacked. This is perfect. I mean, it's going to be hard to try and get this slot because I'm never lucky getting the last slot on these platinum equipments. But this is perfect because, yeah, in my opinion, he does need more damage inflicted. So this would be great. And also, the main thing Gogeta Blue needs is art card draw speed. Honestly, like, forget this stuff, right? If he could get damage inflicted and art card draw speed, I'll already say he's a great character. But this, yeah, this definitely also needs to be there. Just, yeah, more defense, more health restoration, and more ultimate and special move damage. But yeah, this is a perfect unique equipment for him. I hope they do something like this. Thank you for doing a great equipment, Esco Saitama, and I'll be passing this on to the next content creator.
Alrighty guys, as you can, let's go ahead and jump into the last submission of the video. So we have Oompy showing off a platinum equipment for LF Goku Black. Okay, I'm down for this, dude. This is honestly, I think Goku Black really needs it. I know he's not the worst unit, the worst LF. I mean, I know a lot of other LFs really could benefit off of it as well. But Goku Black, he's one of those units that if you have him like at 6 stars or lower, you really don't see him getting a lot of playtime, right? You pretty much only see him get playtime at a high amount of stars, right? From anywhere from Red Star 2 and up. He's one of those units that really, he didn't get a time to shine, is basically what I'm trying to say right here. So what is their first slot? 15% to 30% to base strike defense, 15 to 30% to base blast defense. I already agree with this right off the jump, right? Because if you play this unit in LBR, you can actually see him being quite tanky. But in any other environment, like in PvP, if you're just, like I said before, if you're running him like you're running him at a minimum of 6 stars, he easily gets like folded, right? Especially he came out during a time where Android 18 was still completely relevant. So Android 18 was absolutely like just shoving him to the floor, like literally burying him alive in any single matchup. But even now, where Android 18 isn't too relevant, this guy kind of does get folded, especially with the dominant units that we have these days, right? So I agree with this completely. He does need these defenses right here. So what is the second slot that he will be receiving? 30% to damage inflicted. This is the money right here, right? Because even though he does have that the extreme bleed, the exclusive extreme bleed, I mean, that's supposed to make up for his lack of damage, and I can see where they were kind of going with that, but I feel like it completely like bit them in the butt, like the developers, right? Because I feel like they try to make up for him having not the best damage by just putting that extreme bleed in. Although the extreme bleed does help, right? That tick damage still does add up over time. I'm not knocking it anyway. I don't want it to go away. I actually do like that part of his kit, but I do feel like they shafted his actual damage in that kind of aspect right there. So giving him 30% to damage inflicted, I think, is a given right here. I think this would probably be like guaranteed to like one of the slots, right? Especially given that we already have platinum equipments for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We have a platinum equip for Super Saiyan 4 LF or Goku as well, right? So these units needed that pure buff to damage 100%. So what is the third slot? So you have a chance to either get 5% chance to reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 upon landing a Strike Arts hit, or a 10% chance to reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 upon landing a Strike Arts hit. And on a red slot, you get 10% chance to reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 upon landing a Strike Arts hit, and 100% to your special move damage inflicted for the first special move that lands. Cannot be cancelled. Okay. You know, honestly, I think this is very balanced. Like overall, just looking at this equipment as a whole, I feel like this is very tasteful. This is a very tasteful equip to the point where I'd be like, I can 100% see this like popping up in the news. If you were to give me like a fake image and say this was LF Rosé's platinum equip right here, it is 100% believable. I think this is a perfect equip for him. The 100% to special move damage is also pretty huge, right? Because he can combo it on his strike cover change, and then that special move also has AoE damage, right? Which is very important. That's the whole thing, is that he distributes his damage in a way, right? That's the whole shtick of Rosé. That's how I feel anyways. Like he distributes it through the extreme bleed, he distributes it through his AoE green card, or I mean not his green card, his blue card, right? So I think this is perfect. And then having that, because he already has the chance to destroy Dragon Balls upon landing a star cards built into his kit. So this is adding to that, right? This is giving more to that, just like how Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's equip did that, right? Because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he already had Revival Disruption, and his Platinum equip enhanced that even further. So I feel like this is the perfect way to actually enhance Rosé's ability even further, right? To give him more of a percentage to destroy those Dragon Balls upon landing a strike. So let's go ahead and get into why does this character need this equipment. So while this unit has a lot of interesting tricks up his sleeve, his baseline isn't good enough to make him shine. By directly boosting his damage, making him more tanky, and increasing the effects of his kit, he can truly look like a modern day LF unit. I 100% agree, man. Like I said before, I think this is probably, I pretty much like went through a lot of these equipments, right? Just kind of like glancing over them, and this one feels like really like in touch, dude. I really do like this one a lot. And so what role do you see the character in their teams, and how do they fit the current and potential future meta you see now that they have this equipment? And so this equip would really help them shine, but not strictly as a damage dealer. Being able to manipulate your enemy's Dragon Balls consistently is an ability that will basically never feel dated. Yeah, that 100%, that's true. You look at other units like the Zenkai DKP. To this day, his damage is still good, but even when his damage starts falling off a little bit and you start noticing it a little bit more, you're always going to kind of see him still be valuable or still be viable, even just because of the fact that he can steal those Dragon Balls, right? And so having Dragon Ball manipulation, I think, is absolutely huge. I mean, obviously some units do it better than others for sure, but I feel like this is 100% what he needs right here. That way he doesn't ever feel like he's getting too much of a fall off. So combine that with a very powerful first special move hit that nullifies type disadvantage. I forgot to mention that as well. It does nullify type advantage alongside giving you that AoE damage, while also dealing the significant passive damage to the bench. Turns this guy into a unit that can age like fine wine, and that's what we all wanted, man. That's what we all wanted. While he wouldn't be the most powerful unit that requires no brain cells, shout out to the most recent units that we have right now, right? The details of his kit would really put some pressure on the opponent. Dude, absolutely well done. I really do like this equipment a lot. I hope he gets an equipment. I'm very curious to see how they deal with every single equipment individually, right? Because, so like I said before, so far we have the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku LF units that have them, and I feel like they really held back on LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku's, and although it's still really good and it gave him a massive boost, I feel like they really held back when he almost needed it. He needed it more than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in a way, right? So I think this one's perfect right here. This doesn't look absolutely too broken to me, but it will give him that level up that he desperately desires, right? So that being said, thank you for your submission, Oompy, and thank you everyone who did make a submission. We actually might be doing a part 2 because we got so many responses for this, so definitely stay tuned for that. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys are liking the video, commenting on the video, sharing it with your friends and family, and as always, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Later!